Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. If you do not confront your shadow, it will come out in ways you cannot control. The shadow is a moral problem that challenges the whole ego personality. What you resist not only persists, but will grow in size. We meet ourselves time and again in 1,000 disguises on the path of life. The unconscious is not just evil by nature, it is also the source of the highest good. Man needs difficulties, they are necessary for health. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. The shadow becomes hostile only when it is ignored. To confront a person with his shadow is to show him his own light. Thinking is difficult, that is why most people judge. The pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. Perception creates reality, and reality shapes perception. The mind is like a mirror, it reflects what it is shown. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol, morphine, or idealism. Loneliness does not come from having no people around, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important. We are what we do, not what we say we will do. The greatest burden a child must bear is the unlived life of the parents. Where love rules, there is no will to power. Where love rules, there is no will to power. In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. Nobody, as long as he moves among the chaotic currents of life, is without trouble. The healthy man does not torture others. Generally, it is the tortured who turn into torturers. We cannot live the afternoon of life according to the program of life's morning. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. We are not what happened to us. We are what we choose to become. Resistance to the organized mass can be effected only by the man who is as well organized in his individuality as the mass itself. Self-knowledge is a slow process that requires patience and courage. A man who does not understand himself will always be controlled by forces he does not understand. The deeper you go into yourself, the more you discover how little you know. Transformation begins the moment you stop running from yourself. The greatest discovery is realizing that your inner world shapes your outer reality. Without self-awareness, there is no real freedom. Growth requires you to question everything you believe about yourself. You cannot become who you are meant to be by avoiding who you are. You cannot become who you are meant to be by avoiding who you are. Your fears are not your enemies. They are your guides. Your greatest weakness can become your greatest strength. Becoming yourself is the hardest and most important journey you will ever take. Only those who face themselves can truly grow.